Another step forward into mainstreaming Nick Fuentes, e-girls have begun to join the ranks in their support for his message, with a growing trend developing on TikTok. A quote taken directly from Nick from his opening rant against Tucker Carlson, where he says, "I am America."
Who is America? I am America. Chicago is America. That's an American story.
That is laid over top of Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. Leading the charge is an e-girl by the name of Ella Maulding, whose affiliation with Nick goes back to 2021 and has been a peripheral supporter of Nick since then, and who recently has been on a tear with videos about tackling degeneracy.
Why are we still treating the issue of pornography as normal and harmless when testimony after testimony it is proven to be a catalyst for the work of violent criminals, sex offenders, and pedophiles? Ted Bundy blamed pornography for the killing of 30 women and girls and said that during his time in prison, every violent criminal he came in contact with was either deeply addicted to or involved in pornography. Porn is one of the many things in our culture that people think doesn't affect them because they don't consume it. I think this is misunderstood by people, but the majority of porn is not merely adults having consensual sex. It's violence, it's force, it's dehumanization, and it portrays women and girls as soulless, choiceless, meaningless objects to be used solely for domination and pleasure.
Her voice is just one of many, with Frederick Zoller pointing out how much the tone has changed from Nick's notorious "Your Body, My Choice" tweet to today, where girls are flexing that they listen to Nick over NPR and the Call Her Daddy podcast. One of the pro-Nick e-girl accounts has been posting things such as the Sydney Sweeney ad and being proud of being white, anti-feminist content, vocal opposition to sexual degeneracy, and pro-Christian content. Now, don't get me twisted, it is still never e-girls, but this rapidly changing political and social landscape is becoming too obvious to not notice. Now, for the first girl that can be seen in the compilation, she even has other posts that speak to the Streisand effect on Nick, and that the Great Awakening is getting much closer. But she had a follow-up post highlighting that her account has since received a ban warning for simply making a pro-Nick video. And she is absolutely correct about us living in the United States of Israel. And they just keep coming, with Red X, a larger account on TikTok, who not only is pro-Nick, but also posts truth bombs about things such as the Great Replacement. But even more impressive, drops a strong dialogue on America being a Christian nation.
So wild how anytime it's somebody talking about preserving America, there's always somebody like, we're a nation of immigrants. And we weren't founded on immigrants, we were founded on settlers. Immigrants come to a land that's already established. Then they go ahead and pull the whole, Europeans stole land from the natives. Newsflash, every country's history was built on conquered land. Borders have changed for thousands of years. This, whether you like it or not, is a Christian country. The laws, the moral framework, and the culture. And here's the irony. They scream about dismantling colonialism while living off of every single benefit that it created. Your phone, your electricity, your modern medicine, all came from the same Western Christian civilization that you pretend to hate. You don't have to be Christian to live here. But if you want America to stay America, you can't rip the values that it was based on. And let me make this very clear, immigration itself isn't the problem. America has always had it. The difference is now people are not assimilating. Before they learned English, they adapted to the culture, adopted values, and now we are told that America should change for them. Bottom line, if you hate the values that this country was based on, why are you even here? Either you're for America, staying America, or you're part of the reason it won't.
The reality is I could just keep going and pulling up e-girl after e-girl on both TikTok and X, but the point to be made is that this is another anecdotal metric that parallels with Nick's recent meteoric rise. It is another step in the direction of Nick going full mainstream. Someone who picked up on this happening early, Kyle Kolinsky, shares his thoughts.
Is this just the effect, the Nick Fuentes effect? Where like Nick Fuentes, very like openly Nazi commentator, has his followers, the Groypers or whatever, and there's a decent number of them, and they're all super active, just waiting for somebody to say something negative about their emperor, overlord, god king, Hitler, and like they go in? Or is it just like he's cultivated an audience, built him up, and now they're just attacking because they see him saying something bad about Hitler? I don't know. But either way, man, this is not something you would ever imagine, even like 10 years ago, would ever be a thing. Like anybody openly defending Hitler online, other than in the deepest, darkest corners of the internet, right? On one of like the white supremacist websites, which everybody knew to fucking stay away from. where you got psychos and killers and all sorts of weirdos on. Now it's everywhere. Now you see that, like, this is mainstream shit on Twitter. What are we doing here? So very, very disturbing.
But a video about Nick Fuentes and E-girls would be entirely unfit if I didn't at least leave you with Nick's take on them.
She's 18. I was saying no e-girls in like 2018, 7 years ago. Bro was 11. Bro was 11 when I was saying, you know the rules, Brittany Venti, no e. So she don't even know. Yeah, so look, it's nothing personal. She seems great, but no e-girls, not even once. No exceptions. Who's got the clip?
E-girls are not allowed. If you have an e-girl girlfriend, don't bring her. Because it's always I feel like I need to say this again. No e-girls. It has not changed. I know I have like a new audience now. There's a lot of new audience members that watch the show because they found out I was the only guy telling the truth about Israel. Okay? No e-girls. Stop dating e-girls. Stop bringing them around. I've had enough. And these e-girls better get the fuck away, because the next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to declare another fatwa against them, and it's not going to be pretty. It is not going to be fun for them. I'm going to pick them out. I'm going to pick a few of them at random, and I am going to go to holy war against them. So stay the fuck away. No e-girls. We don't want them. Now, if you have a regular girl, you can bring her. If you have a regular girlfriend, she's not a slut, she's not a groupie for politics, you can bring her. Your wife, some normal girl that you met under normal circumstances, that's fine. It's these e-girls. I mean, they might as well just be feds, Jews. It's all the same category. Don't bring them. Don't date them. Don't talk to them. No e-girls. I've heard about a lot of problems with e-girls over the years. And so I just want to I feel like they've been creeping back in. They've been creeping back in when I stopped being vigilant. I've been at war with Israel for the past couple of years specifically. I've been on this campaign over the past couple of years in particular, really focusing in, honing in on them, that now the e-girls have kind of crept in a little bit.
I am curious on your guys' thoughts for this one. Is this worth an investigative look into? Is this just a honeypot? Or is there some real traction occurring? You guys tell me, and definitely let me know if I missed anything. And as always, I will see you guys in the comments. Peace.
Smash that like button.